So auto rotates on, but Vinny hasn't gotten a single game. You're crushing it, EA. Thank you. Crushing it. Love you. Let's see if these changes prove to be positive. I mean, how could it not be? Getting Anton Lundell for a bunch of guys who weren't really going to develop at this stage and couldn't get it done at the NHL level. Like, how could this be a negative? And when we lose every game this month, we will then understand how it's a negative. Never mind, we won 2 in a row. Make that 3 in a row. Pulled groin for Anthony Honka. He gets a new groin for Christmas. So that's good. We'll just go past lines in the AHL. Fuck it. Even though that takes out Emil Vinny, but they're not goddamn playing him anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. Will this be the first year that we make the playoffs, or is something going to go terribly, horribly, terribly wrong? Let's get Honka back in. AHL goalie is Jatkala out for Vinny, who gave him a new groin. Santa Claus, obviously, he's coming back on Christmas. Santa got him a new groin for Christmas. Just right there under the tree. All right, January 1st. We are not currently in a playoff spot at 19, 13, and 4. We're not that far off. But still, it's a little bit disappointing. A little bit disappointing. Arizona right now, #1 team in the league. Columbus is at the bottom, so we are somewhere in between, which is okay. In terms of points, Aho's point per game. Lundell. Okay. Ratu has 20 and 36. Halton in 15 and 36. Parsonen has no points in 16 games played. It's good. Pettinen 26 and 36. Lehkonen, Tolvanen. Hirvinen's done okay by the standard. Line is just under a point per game. Okay, this is looking a little bit rough. Defense is doing okay. If it wasn't for UC Saros, who'd be one of the worst teams in the league. Okay. I was going to look at other players. We got plenty of time to do that. We have enough going on with this team that adjustments need to be made. Laine for Kakko, Pettinen for Lundell. The other option is Lundell on the third line with Lehkonen and Tolvanen. We need to get Parsonen the hell out of there. He is not getting it done. Nikanen's 25. Let's try him at center. Yeah, nobody claimed Parsonen. So again, right now the big trouble is it's like, oh, hey, maybe we shouldn't have traded those other guys. It's like we should have because they just weren't going to work. But I'll get Akuratu in there. Defensively, whoa, what? Defensively, none of these pairings are crushing it. Heinola Thompson, Kiviharu, Heimasami, Lindell, Honka. Not that I want Honka on the fucking third pair, but that's where we're going. Shout out to singing NPCs. The worst kind of NPCs. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into my nightmare, where a team is finally good enough that they shouldn't be bad, only to consistently somehow be bad. It's a tale as old as time. And Vinny went up by a point. All right, new combinations for the month of January. And, yeah, there is that Finn that was projected to go in the first round. We might want to become a lot more familiar with that guy. Just hoping Niemela gets hurt for Tampere. Just about any sports games eternal torture for you. It is, but that's why people watch, because you guys are fucking sadists. Calling a spade here. That's what the stream is about, is watching someone go through goddamn agony. And here most of you are, every night. You're great people. Alright. Vesterainen. It's fine. We can move on without you. You saw Parston got hurt for Tampere, whatever. I'm a sadist and a master. Well, there you go. 27, 16, and 6. Currently in a playoff spot. Aho is still just under a point per game. Good jersey collection behind you. Thank you. There's a rack of about another 50 of them to my left. We swap them out every once in a while. All right, so Pettinen. 33 points in 49 games. That's not bad. I feel like he's on a better pace. I feel like he's on a better pace than he was playing next to Aho. Ratu on 29. Lundell as a member of the Lions. 9 points and 26. Oh, Anton. Haltinen's on 22, which is not great. Akaratu, 1 point in 13 games. Pettinen, the 33. Lehkonen, Tolvanen. Only Hirvinen's actually been pretty good. And then Line is crushing it. Kako on 26 points now. And 14 for Texola. Heinola is the only regular defender who's currently a minus. And the Sorrow save percentage has dropped a bit. Right. Alright. Pettinen, Aho, Line, Lundell, Ratu, Kako is not a good fit for that second one. What if we swap these two, even though it's not what I want? I mean, that gets the better chemistry. So we'll go Lundell, Ratu, Kako, Pettinen, Aho, Line, Haltinen down to the third pair. Hopefully that doesn't negatively affect Haltinen too much. Heinola and Thompson does not work as a pairing. We will reunite Heinola and Honka. Trying different things to get Lundell and Kako up and running, because if they don't figure it out, I don't know how much longer they're going to be here. And there is Markku Seppänen. Straight A's. Backstrom comp. He's the Finnish Patrice Bergeron. Yeah, double IHF tournament over. It is. Canada won. Can you believe it? Can you believe that Canada won a hockey tournament? Neither can I. Neither can I. Good thing we have a lot of picks. That's true as well. You can't claim Johnny Tectonic. Can't believe Latvia got bronze. It's awesome. I mean, they beat the U.S. And I'm just like, even as an American, I'm like, sweet. That's a damn cool result. All right, Atu Ratu was apparently roughed up, but he's good to go now. 36, 20, and 6. We're currently in a top 3 spot in our division. So clearly something's going well for us. Ratu Lundell up to 34 points now on the season. 19 points in 39 games. He's finally, not saying that I'm Latvian and we had a national holiday because of that. I mean, hey. Shout out to Boston Bruins legend Kaspar Daugavins. So we're getting general scoring, except from Ratu. Left wing wise, Pettinen up 46. God, some of those guys not developing. Like Järventie has really put us into a weird spot. Laine has 30 goals already. Kakko's on 40 points in 62. 50 points for Heinola. Haimasalmi up there. I mean, we got a lot of defenders who can put up points. And then goaltending's still been okay from Saros. Deadline day. No general game plan. We just need to see who's out there. I saw Colorado and my heart sunk. I thought somehow, some way it would be Rantanen. Does not look like there is a top Finn available at this deadline. It does raise the question over potentially flipping some people. We have the first round pick to use, although it's practically a second, so it really doesn't have that much value. And obviously the idea is try to trade up in the draft if we can. Saros goes nowhere. The only real move that you could look at would be, okay, like move Capo Kakko for someone else, but there is nobody else. Left wing wise, since we're playing Lundell there. I don't think there's too much we can do, really. There might technically be like a Teravainen type out there. But for the most part, I think our roster is going to be our roster. Unless there's a bit of a surprise. There's that Kuparainen guy out there, but again, he's nothing special. Is there anybody out there? A difference maker, a depth option that we could pick up. Even if it's someone that we've had before. Jesse Ilanen's up to an 85. 5 points in 60. Yeah, I don't think we can give up any assets for him. I mean, he might do better on this roster, but Jesus Christ. Yoki Haryu's out there too. Whew. Tough to say he'd be better, but if we were stocking up for a run, wanted the depth, he's our best option so far. Wow, Minnesota had a couple of RFAs that they couldn't even afford to sign for this season. What do we got? What do we got? It's out there, but he's nothing special. Different Hellenis. Well, I hate to say it. Because he's not that great, but we're looking at bringing back Teuvo Teravainen. Right now it's Seattle and Columbus. If we want to get some depth forwards in, just in case. John Tavares somehow ended up... Oh, I guess his deal would have ended. That's how he ended up as a Canuck. There was also Juuso Valimaki out there for defensive depth. Ovi went to Vegas. He just loved that pool so much, that fountain. He and Panarin. Jesus. All right. Well, let's start off with the cheaper options. If I can remember where the hell they were. I think Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver removed what's his face? Valimaki before I could even do anything. Let's see what it'll cost to get Teuvo Teravainen. He will be a rental, to say the least. Maybe I can get them to retain. We'll pay the little bit extra to have that bit of extra cap space. Especially because he has an extra year left on his deal. Players matching block. Yeah, you're not getting some of those players that you want. Sorry to tell you that. Kaminaho. Petrozellic. Reaver, that it is. If we go. Okay, third rounder would be way too much. Fourth rounder? Straight up. Okay, yeah, it's the salary retention that they don't like, but we do have draft picks. Let's go with a fourth. Oh, let's go with a fifth. I don't think they're going to want to retain it all. What about a sixth as well? All right, what if we take off some of the retention? Oh, come on, Seattle. Play ball here. All right, fuck it. We could pretty much wind that all the way down to 0. They're not going to sign. Back up to 50. Hate to do it, but our own second round pick. It's expensive for a rental. Fucking really? Take the goddamn deal. Come on, Ron. You're killing me here. This is why Carolina fired you. It's just an extra year, you bastards. This is so unworth it for me now at this point. All right, fuck it. Fuck it. Mr. Elanen, I mean, I have the money. You have been trash garbage this year. But, we'll still try to give up a third rounder for you. And that random unsigned dude that we took back once upon a time, Petrozellic. Hey, how about a fourth in there as well? And a fifth and a sixth. Cool. All right, well, we get Elanen back for the rest of the year. Just as a depth option. We didn't really have to give up too much to do it, but outside of that, we're going to save a potential major move of being like, okay, Lindell, Kako, you're gone. We're going to save that for later. So we get a little bit of forward depth back. That's about it. Not a major deadline for us. We certainly won't be claiming Barclay Goodrow on waivers. No, thank you. So again, we have the goaltending depth that we wanted. Defensively, I'll Rajniemi back up in a minute. So Elanen is here now. I can send down Nikkanen. He's not going to get claimed anyway, which is good. So Roni Hirvonen, 8 points in 39 games. Teksola, 15 points. It's just Aku Ratu who has not done anything from a points perspective. I was born June 22nd, 1953. I am old fuck. I could tell by the typing, Josh, man, with a bunch of numbers. Kaniak, by the way, I saw what you mentioned about, God, where the hell was it? Where the hell was it? Where the hell was it? You posted something else, and now I can't fucking find it. I don't even know. But yeah, I'm aware of the whole Chicago Wolves situation. It's funny as hell. Elanen not being able to play center kind of hurts. But at least we have him here. We are going to lead the team, the Andrew Brunette thing. Yeah. Do you think it's better now to get rid of Hines, Lambert's gonna play? I mean, I do think Nashville desperately needed, like, okay, new vision, new coach. They desperately needed that, so. Again, I had a little mini rant about that. It's like, but think about John Hines. It was so unfair. The fucking Rangers are probably going to hire him. Oh, would somebody think of poor John Hines? He gets to go from living in Nashville to living in fucking Manhattan. Oh, fucking poor son of a bitch that guy is, huh? My God. Fucking Guantanamo's got nothing on the John Hines experience. Fucking hell. Oh, good. Now Casper Haltinen suffers a concussion. Lovely. Lovely timing for that. Meaning Anton Lundell has to move back to center. So Texola, Hirvonen, Aku. I'm going to drop you. You really haven't been crushing it. Hopefully your brother doesn't get mad. Parsonen didn't do much here. Let's try Mikael Petya, who has actually been very, very good in the AHL. He is the one. He is the man. So Hirvonen, Petya, Texola. That's good. Gonna run Lundell as the third line center. I think Ratu 14 and 28. Lundell is 20. Yeah, Lundell hasn't been that great, man. It's brutal. Shout out to the troll in chat, by the way. It's always nice to have a good troll. Love you. I'm glad you're entertaining yourself and helping out my chat metrics. I love you. I'm not going to pay much attention to you, though. I hate to tell you. God, does Elonen get the higher line? Thank you for the follow, too. Very kind and generous troll. 8 and 25. Let's go Tolvanen on the left, Lundell, Elonen. We'll give Lehkonen a bit more of a chance. And honestly, there we go. Pettinen, Aho, Line, Lehkonen, Ratu, Kakos. Well done. Tolvanen, Lundell, Elonen. It at least looks good with the overalls. There we go. That works for me. We do have some memorable trolls. It's true. I just had a good troll. I didn't say a memorable troll. There is a difference. There is a difference. Let's get Vinny back in there. Defense is good. Forward-wise, we're good. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Oh, boy. Weird menu glitch out. So 43, 21, and 9. Barring a miracle, we are going to make the playoffs for the very first time. And we're actually on a pretty good run, even despite that injury. And there it is. For the first time, the Finns are going to the playoffs. Whew. Whew. Goddamn, Josh, man. Solid Family Guy reference, by the way. Man. We're actually going to make it. So let's sim the rest of the year. Can we take the division title away from Philadelphia? We do beat Dallas. We have Ottawa next. We lose that game, so we're still a point back of the Flyers. Same amount of games played. Florida is next. We win 7-6, but the Flyers also won. We need to win to keep pace with Philly. We lose, and the Philadelphia Flyers claim the division and the top spot in the Eastern Conference. But the Finns go to the playoffs for the very first time, where, surprise, surprise, it's the New York Rangers who will be playing in round 1. Philadelphia will play Washington, and New Jersey will take on Ottawa, with Toronto playing Florida. Tremendous. Central Division, Arizona plays Minnesota. Dallas plays Chicago. Your defending Cup champs, Winnipeg, take on Edmonton. And Vegas plays Seattle. We were the third best team in the NHL. Only behind Philly and Arizona. How? We had a top 7 offensive output. Really tied for top 6. And goals against... That's how. That's how. 220. Just like Edmonton and Arizona. We had a damn good offense, apparently, and some damn good defense and goaltending. Aho, 77 points in 82 games. That is his best season with us to date. Third time he's hit 70 points with us. Lundell, 37 and 59. So by the end of the season, Lundell figured it out. On a full 82 game pace with us, he was on pace for 51 points, which is okay, but not amazing. Atu Ratu, 50 points this year. Again, I don't know if he's the guy. That is the most points, though, he's ever had at the NHL level, which is good. And then Haltonen, just 37 points. Pretty disappointing, but he is only 21. And Mikhail Pihitia with 3 points in 10 games. It's not bad. Petri Pettinen, aside from taking a shitload of penalties, 56 points. New career high. Has 353 penalty minutes in 82 games. Jesus Christ. 37 points for Lehkonen, 21 for Tolvanen, 14 for Ronnie Hirvonen, so we appear to be rather top-heavy. Only 5 fights for Pettinen. He just takes a shitload of penalties, even though he has 90 discipline. Fucking kill me. Line A, 72 and 82 with 41 goals. Kakko, 57 points. Texola, almost 20 on the fourth line. And then Ilonen, 4 points in 10 games as a Finn, as opposed to a terrible season in Columbus. Fair enough. Defensively, 72 points for Ville Heinola. Was a minus player. 43 for Honka, 40 for Kivi. We do have a point-producing defense, which is pretty good. And then goaltending-wise, by the end of the season, not great for Saros, but maybe he can do the job in the playoffs. Maybe. In terms of the league, Austin Matthews led the way. McDavid, Draisaitl, Ehlers, all breaking 100. Connor Bedard, I think that's his best season to date. It is. Over a point per game so far as a Shaq. Top goal scorer, 68 for Pasta. Thompson, Matthews, McDavid all hit at least 60, which is ridiculous. Defensively, Adam Fox broke 100 points. P.O. Joseph was up there. Shabbat. Again, defensive scoring is still nuts. 30 goals for Thomas Shabbat, Hot Sam Batcha. Winningest goaltender, Connor Hellebuck. Saros right behind him. Most shutouts with 8, Alexander Georgiev in Toronto. And top save percentage, Ilya Sorokin. And Carter Hart in that mix. I'd give it to Carter Hart on tiebreaker. The rookie race goes to Matvei Michkov in Arizona. 50 points on the season. He will win that award. So there you go. What's the possibility of a new AHL team for Carolina before next season? Like sub 5%. Would not be much time to organize that. So the opening round, a team we have a lot of history with, our first ever playoff series. It's the New York Rangers. It's gonna be a lot of blue.